I was overwhelmed with stress until I found out this one secret. The number one thing that I started doing when I got into business was overloading myself to the max. I know you guys know what I'm talking about, doing huge hours, waking up in the middle of the morning, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, working until 4 or 5 in the afternoon, then coming home and doing all your admin. It's a lot like this cup. You know, you're adding a little bit of stress each day. The boys have put their foot through a roof, a little bit more. Problems with the missus, a little bit more. Someone owes you money, a little bit more. It just keeps adding up and adding up and adding up until eventually the cup, the little cup which I'm talking about is your brain, will explode with stress. You'll actually have a meltdown, and there's some crazy signs that will start to show in your body as it starts to break down. It'll come out in different ways. The best thing to do is to start meditating. Anyone can start meditating anywhere, anytime. There's this huge stigma around meditating on a cliff and finding some peace and quiet. The truth is you could be meditating the second you get in your car. You could be meditating the second you wake up. You could be meditating sitting in your office. You could be meditating walking. Meditating is just finding stillness in your mind, trying to quieten it down and just have that peace and quiet. And guess what starts to happen every time you meditate? You just start to unload, release all that stress, put it away. You don't need it in your life anymore. And the second you start doing that, you'll start to realize you're a nice, calm person to be around. Things don't seem as bad. Do it for yourself and do it for the people around you. You'll start to make a huge difference. People might start going, ooh, he's a bit different today, and actually start to open up to you. I can tell you a good story. When I started meditating, I started to break down this barrier instead of just seeing people as a transaction, as a once-off. What do you want? What's the point of this conversation? Get out of my life. Phone call. Yep, what do you want? Gotta go. Yep, what do you want? Gotta go. Always brushing people off. The second that I started meditating, I started to actually connect with people. When I started to connect with people, I started to form deeper and deeper relationships. I can remember when I first really started noticing it, one of my sales reps come up to me, and it'd normally be a single transaction. What's the purpose of this meeting? What does he want? What do I need to get across? Thanks mate, bye. This time I sat down and actually started to have a conversation with him. Started to talk to him, started to talk about my life, he started to talk about his life. In the background, I've been chasing another sales rep, didn't know where to go, how to look, how to find anyone decent. He opened up and said, oh, my son is actually in the industry and he's looking for a job. So that sort of connection would never have happened. I wouldn't have had that transaction go deeper, and he actually ended up working for me. He made a ton of money, he made the business grow. That alarm bells just opened up and my mind just expanded and went, wow, if that can happen overnight, what can happen if I just started implementing this thing every day? Every single conversation was now a connection instead of a transaction.